this video, I'm going to show you how to use Property Filter to find 2 to 3 bed properties that are ready to let. So that is excluding properties that are in need of renovation or are perhaps listed for auction and they have a suitable EPC, so D and above. Using Property Filter to find these leads is really simple. All you do is set and forget your criteria, and then the lead generators act like a virtual assistant or a member of your team, scouring the property portfolios, looking for properties that meet your criteria, and then dropping these leads into your leads inbox while you sleep. In this video, I'll show you how to set up one of these lead generators, including selecting the area where you want to invest, adding one of the templates for 2 to 3 bed properties so that you can start getting leads in ASAP, how to tweak your criteria so that you can refine the types of properties that are being found. And then lastly, I'll show you how to go and review your leads inbox so that you can identify the most motivated sellers and prioritize who you follow up with. So the first thing we need to do is go and set up our lead generator. So I'm currently here on my Property Filter dashboard. So if you just go to leads generator here on the left hand side and then go up to add new lead generator here. And the first thing we want to put is like our initial postcode. So I'm going to look in Liverpool. So I'm just going to put L1 and it'll go and search for that postcode and then just go and select it. And it will take us over to Liverpool. And from here, you'll see that neighbouring postcodes, you can go and select them. So for example, I could just go and start clicking into some of these nearby postcodes, and that will go and add them to our list. Or you could go and type them in. So let's just have a look for L4, for example. There we go. And then you can go and click it and it'll add it in. So if I just zoom out, we can add more postcodes in. Now, if you want to go and include some of these postcodes and the areas aren't selected yet, if you just go show more nearest district postcodes, it'll then go and bring more in. And then you can just go and select all of the relevant postcodes for your search area. And it's just as easy as that. So once you're happy with the postcodes that you've selected, then just click next. And then we want to go and use one of the strategy templates. So in this instance, we're using buy to let 2 or 3 beds. And if you hover over it, you can see some of the criteria. So it's excluding auctions, they've got high EPCs, and it excludes HMOs and unmodernized. So I'm just going to click on that template and click next. And then we just need to give a name to our lead generator. So I'm going to call this LVP for Liverpool and then buy to let B2L. Great. And then just click save. So it now goes away. It looks for properties that meet our criteria. And if we just have a look for our lead generator, we can see it down here on the right hand side. And it's thrown up quite a lot. So we've got 728 properties that are available for sale and then 724 that are sold subject to contract or under offer. So if I just go and click on that lead generator and then go check leads, we can see here the various motivations at the top. So we've got 79 properties that have both been reduced and come back on the market. And that's quite a lot to try and trawl through. So let's go and refine our criteria to try and reduce the number of properties that are being found. So I'm going to go back to our leads generator on the left. And then we can see here that we've got our LVP buy to let here. So I'm just going to click on it and then go to edit. Postcodes, let's say that we're fine with the area. So now we'll go to strategy. And here we can go and refine our search. So let's say we're only interested in houses and we don't want any flats. So I can just go and deselect the flat option here. Let's also say that we want to restrict the price of property. So let's say a maximum of £180,000 just to go and refine things a little bit. We may not want to include leaseholds, we only want freeholds, so I'm going to deselect that one, and it's already excluding auctions. So those are the simple criteria, and I'd recommend that you go and tweak those ones first. So if I go and save these, let's go and see what impact that's had. Great, so it's reduced our 700 or so leads down to 284. It's still quite a lot, and if I have a look and check leads, back and reduced are 36. So there's still a few in there, and if we were to do that on a regular basis, that would be still quite a lot of properties to look at. So let's go and refine things even further. So back to our lead generator. Again, we'll look for it here and then click on edit. Areas fine, strategy, and down the bottom you've got a little toggle which is the advanced filters. So I'm just going to go and click on that one, and I'd really recommend in here you just be really careful about how you go and use these options, because you may end up being too restrictive. So if we look in the specific filters first, here you could go and refine things such as the number of reception rooms or bathrooms, etc. Now, at the moment, it's looking for A to D on the EPC scale. Perhaps we want to go and future-proof our investments, and so actually take out the D-rated properties. We could deselect that one. Also in here, we've got things around HMO Article 4, which is not relevant for us, council tax, types of properties, etc. But if we keep looking, we've also got amenities. So generally, I would leave these as they are. But we've also got keywords. And you may want to go and perhaps apply just one or two of these. So, for example, we could go and exclude perhaps cash buyers. So cash buyers, it may suggest there's something wrong with it. So let's just go and exclude properties that are cash buyers, for example. There may be a couple of other options in here that you also want to use, but just be really, really careful because you don't want to go and be too restrictive. So once you've gone and excluded things that are not relevant, again, let's go and click save and let's see what difference that's made. So that's made a big difference because as you can see here within our lead generator, we've now got just 89 properties on market and 121 that are sold subject to contract. So if I just click in and look at these leads, and we can see that now we've got just 15 that are back and reduced. So that's a lot more manageable on a regular basis. So let me just go and check out one of these leads. So if I just go show details for this one, and here we can see the price and status history for this property. And we can see that it's gone under offer a couple of times. They've reduced the price as well. So clearly there's some motivation in here. I mean, they've knocked, what, £15,000 off, so 15% of the asking price, so it's reduced. So yeah, it says here actually there's a tenant in situ, so maybe that's causing some form of problem, but definitely a motivated seller, and something definitely worth following up on. Property Filter is also continually adding more and more features to help you make a decision with your property purchases. So I'm really excited to say that very soon there'll be a tile within the property listing that's going to contain the demand, the average price, the average rent, and the yield for an area as well. So that will help you to make even more informed decisions. So do remember also that there's the success base. So if you do need more help within Property Filter, you can attend. There are more tutorial videos, or orientation and success calls. And of course, you can book one-to-one tailored support as well. But other than that, go out and try and set up your first lead generator for your 2 and 3 bed houses. Do go and look at those most motivated leads, and I wish you good luck in finding your next property deal.